In the part 7 of our programming tutorial, we have already integrated the fetch, search, and pagination. Now in this part 8, we are going to make or create a middleware to check the bearer token or the JWT token if valid. Now, if the token is valid, we are going to response the data. But if the token is not valid, we're going to response the 401 status code. Now, to be able to do that, we are going to create a middleware file in our filters folder. So let's go to our filters folder, up and then filters. As you can see, we don't have a middleware file here yet. Now let's open the terminal and then run the server first, PHP Spark serve port 3000. So as you can see, we have already run the server, and then open another terminal here and then type PHP Spark make filter middleware. As you can see, file created, and then the middleware file is already showed here. And now we are going to register this middleware in config, and then filters.php. We're going to use the middleware class here. So use CodeIgniter /filters /middleware. And then after that, um, I forgot to put semicolon. And then after that, put the middleware here inside the aliases array. So the key is middleware, and then the value is middleware 2 colon and then class. And then after this, let's go down to globals variable, and then inside the globals variable, we in this before key, we are going to add the middleware here. And then let's save it. Let's go to middleware filter again. In here, we're going to use the JWT and then the JWT key. So use Firebase /JWT and then /JWT and semicolon. Use Firebase /JWT and then the key and then semicolon. And then inside this middleware class, we are going to create a constructor. See, let's create public function, and then double underscore, and then construct, and then function double parenthesis, and then double curly bracket. And then inside of this constructor, we are going to create a variable response. $sign this response is equal to service, and then double parenthesis, and then the argument of this is response. Make it string response, and then semicolon. Then let's go down here in before function. This before function will be executed first before entering the API routes. So we're going to catch and validate the bearer token and or JWT token and the API routes. So if the bearer token or JWT token is valid, we are going to process the request and the response. If not valid, it will return or respond on status code 401. It's an unauthorized. So we're going to create a variables here. $header is equal to double parentheses and then object inside, and then $request. Then we're going to call the get server function, and then semicolon. And then the next variable here will be public APIs. So $public APIs is equal to array, and then inside array, we're going to put the account authentication, because this account authentication route is a public, it will not require a JWT token. So we're not going to check the JWT token if this API route is triggered or requesting. And then the next thing we do is we are going to validate if the uh, request API is inside the array of these public APIs. So let's make a condition here in array, and then the first argument will be header, and then the request URI. The equivalent of this is the route that requesting, or the API route requesting. So request URI, and then the second parameter will be, or the second argument will be the public APIs. This one, yeah, public APIs, and then we'll just return the condition. So if this condition is true, it will just return and will not execute another line of codes under this condition. So return semicolon. Then the next condition that we are going to do is we'll check the authorization bearer if there is a value of token or JWT token. Let's make a condition if at preg match, and then the first argument will be backslash or slash bearer, and then backslash slash s, and then parentheses, and backslash again, capital S, and then plus, and then parentheses again, and then slash. And then the second argument will be the authorization bearer token. Now let's put here header, and then the HTTP authorization. HTTP authorization. Authorization. And then the third argument will be token. Token. And then double curly bracket. Inside this statement or condition, we will going to return dollar sign this response, and then we're going to call the set JSON function. Set JSON function, and then going to put a value of our argument, the empty array, and then the value of this empty array will be the key will be error, and then the value will be unauthorized. Now we're going to call another function again here. We're going to set the status code of this response. So set status code, then the argument will be 401. Yeah. So let's make it one line so that it will be readable. Now, if we don't have JWT token in our authorization bearer, it will return the status code of 401. It's an authentication. I mean, unauthorized. And then if there is a token found in the authorization bearer, we're going to make a try catch here to decode or decrypt the token using our JWT secret key, and then the hash code of HS256. Now let's create a try catch. Try, and then catch, and then double parentheses, and then curly bracket. Inside this try catch, inside this try, we're going to uh, call the JWT decode function. So JWT double colon and then decode function. And then the first argument will be the token that we have got here in this function or condition, because this function will return a JWT token in this argument. So we are going to this argument return will be array. So we are going to get the real JWT token using index 1. So this is the first argument to decode the JWT token. Now the second argument will be new key, and then the JWT secret key that we have in our env variable. So get env and then the name of our variable in env file. So what is our name of our JWT secret key? So let's check it. JWT secret. So let's put here JWT secret, and then the next argument will be the hash type of our JWT. H is 256, and then semicolon, and then in the try catch we're going to put here as an argument the backslash exception, and then dollar sign e, and then inside of this catch we're going to return dollar sign this response, and then set JSON again, set JSON, and then the key value pair inside the array error, and then the value will be unauthorized, unauthorized, yeah. And then we're going to set the status code of 401 argument 401, and then that's it. We're going to save it. So in this try catch, if the JWT token is valid, it will just pass the API routes to hit the controller. And then if the JWT token is invalid, it will return the response in the front end side, and then the status code is 401 unauthorized. Now that our middleware is all set, we're just going to test it if it is working. So let's go to our Thunder client, and then we're going to hit this account users API, and then this is the previous test that we have, and then let's send it again. So we have an error, server error 500. So let's double check our middleware if there is a typographical error, and then get service request user authorization, and then I see this HS256 would be inside this key function. This would be second argument here in this key function. So let's put it here. HS256, and then save. And then let's take it in the filters also. Yeah, this one is not CodeIgniter, it's up. So save. Then let's go back to our account users API. So send. There's another error, 500 error. So let's check it here. Oh, okay. I forgot to put a authorization here in our header. So let's put authorization, and then there, then space. yeah, space or no space, it's okay. And then send it again. Yeah, boom. It's unauthorized 401 because we don't have JWT token here in our authorization bearer. So let's put a JWT token. Let's request here in our login or authentication API. Yeah, this is our JWT token. So copy it and then paste it here in our bearer. So let's check this checkbox so that it, it all headers will be shown. Then paste it here and then send it again. Boom! As you can see, we have the data response and then the status code is 200. Now let's add another character here and then send it again. As you can see, the token is invalid because it is tampered. Now let's remove the characters that we have added. So delete it. Now send it again. Boom! As you can see, it's working again because the JWT token is valid. Now, as you can see, our middleware of validating authorization bearer token or JWT token is working well. So, thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe our channel so that you will be notified for the next videos that we are going to upload.